Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL offseason has been anything but quiet, especially when it comes to the NFC West, a division that's always been known for its competitive spirit, its fierce rivalries, and its ability to surprise us year after year. But this offseason, something's brewing that could shake up the entire landscape, and it's centered around the San Francisco 49ers and a potential blockbuster move involving the Cincinnati Bengals. That's right, we're talking about a possible trade that could redefine the 49ers pass rush and give them a serious boost heading into what could be another deep playoff run. And the fascinating part is that this isn't just speculation. It's coming from some trusted sources in the league, including Adam Schefter himself, who's been whispering about the Bengals' intentions and their possible plans to shake things up. Now, let's start with the Bengals. They're currently sitting at a 4-3 record, which on the surface might seem okay, but when you look closer, their defense is giving up around 25. 8 points per game, and that's not exactly what you'd expect from a team with playoff aspirations. Their pass rush, which used to be one of their strengths, has taken a hit, especially with the injury to Trey Hendrickson, the veteran edge rusher and former Pro Bowler. Hendrickson, who's 30 years old now, has been a key component of their defense, a sack master who's consistently been among the league's top pass rushers. In the 2025 season, up until September 15th, he's recorded 19 tackles and 4 sacks, along with 9 quarterback hits. His PFF pass rush grade sits at an impressive 91, and his win rate of 17% shows how effective he's been in getting to the quarterback. Over his career, Hendrickson has amassed 63, 5 sacks, 218 tackles, and 14 forced fumbles, earning 3 Pro Bowl selections along the way. But this season, an injury to his shoulder has limited him to just around 80% of the snaps, which obviously impacts his productivity. Now, the interesting part is that the Bengals, despite their current struggles, might be open to trading Hendrickson, especially if they're looking to rebuild or at least retool their defense. The idea, according to sources, is that they could be willing to send Hendrickson to a playoff contender like the 49ers in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with Yetur Gross-Matos, the talented defensive end who's been making strides in recent seasons. Why would they do that? Well, part of it is cap space. The Bengals could free up roughly $1 million by trading Gross-Matos and restructuring some contracts, giving them more flexibility to address other areas, especially the offensive line, which is always a priority for teams that want to protect their quarterback and improve the running game. And speaking of the 49ers, they're sitting pretty at 5-2 in the NFC West, with a clear goal of returning to the Super Bowl. They've been one of the most consistent teams in the league this season, especially on defense. With a total of $23 million in cap space, they're in a strong position to make a move that can elevate their pass rush, which has been a bit of a concern, especially after the ACL injury to Nick Bosa. Now, Bosa's injury, which happened earlier in the season, has been a blow for sure. He's one of the best pass rushers in the league, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and his absence has been felt. But the 49ers have been resilient, leaning on guys like Leonard Floyd, who's been performing at an elite level with a PFF grade of 88. Floyd, along with the potential addition of Hendrickson, could form one of the most formidable duos in the league, creating a relentless pass rush that could terrorize opposing quarterbacks. Now, let's pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Imagine what Hendrickson can bring to the table. He's not just a sack artist, he's a disruptor, a guy who can change the game with a single play. His ability to generate pressure, combined with Floyd's skill on the other side, could lead to a defense that's not just good but elite. And when you consider the improvements it could bring against the run, with tackles for loss increasing by 13% and run stops up by 11%, you start to see the bigger picture. The 49ers could not only bolster their pass rush, but also their run defense, making it even harder for opponents to sustain drives and score points. And let's not forget, this move could be instrumental in their quest for a Super Bowl title. The odds already favor the 49ers, with DraftKings showing their chances of winning it all dropping from plus 600 to plus 300. That's a significant shift, and a big part of that is the potential to upgrade their pass rush with a player like Hendrickson. Plus, with Brock Purdy still recovering from turf toe, the team needs to keep their defense stout enough to compensate for any offensive struggles. Their receiving core, led by Brandon Ayuk, has been in and out of the lineup, with injuries and questions about their health. So, strengthening the defense, especially the pass rush, becomes even more critical to keep the team competitive deep into the postseason. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this move isn't just about one player or one game. It's about the long-term strategy for the 49ers. They've built a roster that's capable of competing at the highest level, but they also understand the importance of adapting and making bold moves when necessary. The potential acquisition of Hendrickson, if it happens, would echo the impact of players like Khalil Mack when he joined the Bears back in 2018. Mack's arrival revitalized that defense and helped them become one of the most feared units in the league. The 49ers are hoping for a similar boost, someone who can come in and immediately elevate their pass rush, push the quarterback, and create chaos in the backfield. And it's not just about individual talent. It's about the chemistry and synergy that can be built between Hendrickson and Floyd. Both players are known for their relentless effort, high motor, and ability to produce pressure from different angles. Their combined presence on the field could lead to a more dynamic, unpredictable defense that keeps opponents guessing and struggling to find solutions. Remember, the 49ers have a rich history of dominating on defense, especially at Levi's Stadium, and they're eager to restore that reputation after a couple of seasons where injuries and inconsistent play have taken their toll. As we look ahead, the key questions are, will this trade actually happen? How will it fit into the 49ers, salary cap and roster construction? And most importantly, what kind of impact can Hendrickson have if he joins the team? The signs are promising, and with the NFL trade deadline approaching, it's shaping up to be one of the most exciting and strategic moves of the offseason. The 49ers are clearly aiming high, and if they manage to pull this off, it could set the stage for a playoff run that's even more dangerous than before. Imagine a front seven led by Floyd and Hendrickson, applying relentless pressure on every snap, forcing turnovers, and creating scoring opportunities. That's the kind of football that can carry a team to Super Bowl glory. And let's talk about the bigger picture in the NFL. The rivalry between the 49ers and their division foes, especially the Rams and Seahawks, is always intense. The NFC West is known for its physical, hard-nosed football, and the 49ers have consistently been at the forefront of that style. Upgrading their pass rush with a proven veteran like Hendrickson not only boosts their chances this season, but also sends a clear message to the rest of the league. The 49ers are still serious contenders, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to stay on top. This move could also influence how other teams in the division approach their offseason strategies, sparking a wave of aggressive trades and signings that keep the NFC West fiercely competitive. Now, to wrap this all up, let's reflect on what this means for the fans. The excitement is palpable, isn't it? The possibility of bringing in a player like Hendrickson, who's shown he can sack the quarterback and disrupt the offense, is enough to get any 49ers supporter dreaming of another Super Bowl run. It's about building a team that's not just good but dominant, a team that can impose their will on both sides of the ball. And with the right moves, especially on the defensive front, the 49ers could very well be on their way to solidifying their status as one of the NFL's elite franchises once again. The stage is set, the pieces are moving, and the offseason is shaping up to be one of the most thrilling in recent memory for 49ers fans. The future looks bright, and this potential trade could be the catalyst that propels them even higher. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news, rumors, and analysis. This team is always full of surprises, and we're here to bring you the best, most comprehensive coverage out there. Thanks for sticking around, and as always, go Niners.